Hey, how's everybody doing? Okay, so no dogs tonight. Sorry, they're all piled up on my husband downstairs watching the Kings hockey game. And I really kind of wish I had more of a camcorder situation going on because I would have loved to show you what goes on down there when there is hockey. You know Morphine Tom? How he wears the New Jersey Devils hat, kind of, going backwards like that? Well, Joy Joy is a big, big hockey fan. And she always wears her King's hat. And every time Kopitar scores, she just goes nuts. You should see it. Someday I'll have to record it for you because it's just the cutest thing. Okay, anyway. Alright, so today, lots of different vlogs, lots of different things going on with everybody, and one that touched on my brain that I wanted to reiterate, and I'm going to put her YouTube, her YouTube name in this video because I know I'm going to slaughter how it's pronounced. I'm assuming it's Lise Kalen, but she was talking about measuring properly, and she was showing a chart where there were all these areas of the body where you can measure, and she also said you could even take a picture of yourself, with your arms out and everything so that you would have room to be able to know where to measure, and again use that as your map of where to measure when you're doing your measurements on your body. And I'm saying this because the chart I use, it's super simplistic. I received it when I received my supplies, and it's just only a few areas of the body, even though I'm grateful for the measurements that I know, the inches that I've lost in what I've measured. Now, of course, I'm wondering, well, what else have I lost inch-wise on areas of my body that I didn't know to start with measuring? Or maybe even I did know, and I'm going to touch on another thing too, that and the before and afters. I was so ashamed of how I looked and hated seeing myself in the mirror and didn't want to have to deal with looking at a photo of myself in a before picture that I didn't do it. And now I'm sitting here regretting it because I see so many awesome before and after pictures going up on either Facebook or YouTube, and I don't have that. I missed the boat. And any of you guys that are new, that are kind of thinking about doing the same thing I did, don't, because you're going to want that before picture. And I don't care how much you're trying to tell me, no, it don't matter. When you start having all the fat releasing off your body and all the inches dropping off and all the clothes that have been stuck way back in your closet finally fitting, you're going to want that photo. So do it. I'm telling you. Listen to me. All right. So, so about the measurements, there, like I said, there's so many different areas. And then, of course, I've already ordered my myotape. Daddy's Chicks is the one that mentioned it, so I ran and ordered it as soon as I heard about it. And then Lise Kalen, why do I have such a hard time with that name? She ordered it. She actually described how it works, modeled it. And so now I know when it comes how it's going to work, so that was cool. So these I just think are 2 points that I think a lot of us miss the boat on, and if you have the chance to be told don't miss the boat, get on it quick. I hope that you would take that advice and do it. The other thing, mainly, it's just everybody else's vlogs that I was really excited to see today. Gosh, Miss Cotton Candy Kisses, she's just on fire with her releases, and she so deserves it. I mean, when she talked about going in and watching a movie and having to be surrounded by that popcorn smell and then go into her favorite Mexican restaurant, but yet still order correctly for P2. I won't even walk into a restaurant during P2. I've kind of refused. I'm like, I'm not giving myself that kind of aggravation. But yet, she's making the right choices, sticking to basics, and she's dropping. She's dropping. And I just love seeing her all bubbly and happy with that happening. ID Specialist, she again tonight was like just pearls of wisdom. Listen to her. And Mama Clock was back. I was really excited to see her. And it's funny because I was really missing her because, you know, it's one of those things when it's, since she was the very first video I ever watched, ever watched about this protocol at all. Getting to see her now in a recent video was really exciting for me. It sounds silly, I know, but it was. But what's funny is, and I'm not saying, now this part, I'm not saying to do as I do. I'm just letting you know this is what I do. This is how I am. She started talking about how, you know, she wanted to try the cayenne pepper capsules. And, you know, how for her, just because her the way her system is, it's just very hot for her. And it was just really tough. I mean, she just said her whole body was just like burning up. And it's funny because my dented brain, I'm more of, you know, if it works, I'm willing to try it. And so, like the first time I read that apple cider vinegar helps with getting things going, you know, I've been pretty much making sure that if I don't have it on my salad, I make sure that I take a few spoonfuls at night, either before my dinner or sometimes after if I've forgotten. And so, same with these capsules, right? So, I mean, well, no, back up. Then, of course, I hear about Delman's California Kicker, so I've been like drinking that. And then, of course, I always make it the night before to take it into work with me so that I could pop it in and make it hot at work. And it was funny because just last night I forgot to put the stevia in it. So this morning, my first batch, I go to sip it, and it's not that I couldn't, it wasn't palatable, it was. I still drank it, it was fine. I mean, like I said, I'll try anything, so I've definitely had a lot worse when it comes to taste of things that are good for weight loss. But it was just pretty funny when I go to sip something that I think is going to have some sweetness to it, and it was like sour. So, yeah, so that happened. But then back to Mama Clock. So I'm listening to her about the cayenne pepper capsules, and so all I'm thinking is, I have some of those in my cabinet. I wonder what dosage those are. I wonder, because she was telling me like how hot they could go up to. So after I watch her vlog, I go running to the cabinet, whip out this big, I bought a big jar of it when I bought them. And they say that they're 100,000 IUs. And so then I look to see at the serving sizes, and it said the serving size is 2 capsules. So I took 2 capsules. So far I have not melted into oblivion. I'm not doing that whole cartoon thing where someone gives someone something to drink and all of a sudden fire's just coming out of their mouth. That's not happening. So far so good. So far I feel fine. But if there is any adverse effects, I will let you know in next vlog. But again, what was the catalyst for me to go ahead and just pop those like a crazy person as soon as I heard what Mom Clock did? Because she said she released a pound the next morning after she did it. So there was my motivation. So anyway, and about the mini steak day, I do think I'm gonna try it only for one day. I'll do it on Saturday, and Miss Cotton Candy Kisses, don't be mad and at me. I mean, I do appreciate your advice, and it's very good advice. It makes a lot of sense. I think I just have to try this one mini steak day. I mean, it's not going to be a full, it's definitely not a P3 steak day, last 20 pounds. I promise. It's the couple of small apples and then the 1 4-ounce steak. That's all I'm going to do on Saturday. I just want to see what it does for my system. After I know, then I'll be able to tell everybody else if it's yay or nay, and I'll just kind of go from there. Vicky Sue's 68, she encouraged me. Thank you, Poppet. And so we'll see, you know. I mean, I guess I have to be my own brat and be stubborn and try it, and then I'll let you know what consequences I've suffered. Or not. Maybe it won't be a consequence at all. Please, no consequences. Okay, so, gosh. And just all you guys out there that are having things, like, for instance, last 20 pounds, I pray that just good things just pour over you. Just incredible fortune. And I'm not saying fortune always in riches as far as money treasures. Life has so many other treasures besides monetarily, but you deserve every treasure there is to behold. So I definitely am praying for you to have a different turnaround. And all you guys that have been sick, No, get well. I love you.